American Nightmare is an all-new Netflix documentary series based on a 2015 kidnapping in California. So today, let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up-and-coming content. In 2015, California couple Aaron Quinn and Denise Huskins were attacked at home during the night. After Denise was kidnapped, Aaron became a suspect. I didn't know anything about this case going into this Netflix documentary series. 3 episodes that focus on this 2015 kidnapping, and this is a very emotional documentary series. Also, it is quite frustrating. This was around the time that Gone Girl was really popular, and Denise Huskins was taken from her home in California, and her boyfriend, Aaron Quinn, was a suspect. The police officers didn't believe his story and viewed him as a suspect and were trying to make him out as a monster. Many people thought that it was similar to the story Gone Girl in the movie with Ben Affleck, and seeing the similarities between the two, the police called them liars, that they were wasting money and their resources, and it just became more frustrating to this couple as they were recounting what had happened to them. As we get into the second episode, as the first episode is really just the setup of what had happened, Aaron being interviewed throughout most of the first episode, and then we get to the second episode, and Denise Huskins is full on interviewed, and you really feel the emotions as she's describing everything in detail what happened to her. That she was kidnapped, she was raped, she was driven miles away from her home, she was taken advantage of. You feel that emotion coming from this interview. And then when you learn about how the police handled everything, it becomes frustrating that they called them liars. You can feel in the conversation, in the tone of her voice, the absolute anger she had how this was all handled. And eventually learning about what had happened and that it actually happened to them. And that just adds to the more frustration of this Netflix documentary series. From how they handle the interviews, you get this sense of fear, and the way that they handle some of like not the reenactments of everything that had happened, but some of like the shots that they created for this series. It does feel very haunting. Netflix is able to create that atmosphere around Aaron Quinn and Denise Huskins as she was taken, and her describing everything, the way that they were able to kind of build some shots into it, and the way that they handled the interview. It's disgusting. It's haunting to listen to. And she's crying, she's very emotional, and you just feel that raw interview that just powers throughout this documentary. As she's going into full-on detail about what had happened to her, the person that ended up kidnapping her, what he wanted out of her. It's really hard to listen to. Very emotional stuff. And then you get to the third episode, you learn about other cases that are similar to this. Now it's in the full media's attention that they weren't lying and it actually happened to them, and the police force offering apologies and all of that. It's so interesting to see how certain media and popular stories like Gone Girl persuaded so many people to not believe Aaron and Denise's story, and they compared a lot of similarities to the movie and their case as well, which only angered both of them. After suing the police force, they tried to find ways to just live a normal life. So one hand, on Netflix, this documentary is showcasing what happened to them, but also is shining light on how the police and FBI, everybody like that was involved in this case, needs to do better. There needs to be better work at believing these people and putting more effort into solving these cases, rather than just saying, I'm going to call you a monster and you're a liar and you're costing us so much money and effort and we don't want to deal with you anymore. It shines light on certain issues within the FBI and the police and how things are handled, but also bringing forth this case and just allowing Denise and Aaron to have that raw interview and just get their story out there and just give very deep personal moments. This is a really impressive Netflix documentary series. Like I said, it's frustrating, it's heartbreaking, it's emotional, it's haunting, it's disturbing at times, the way that they're able to just linger on some conversations from Denise, some of the shots that they create in here. It does provide that haunting atmosphere within the series. Not knowing anything about it going into it, it really does feel like a nightmare. The title, American Nightmare. I watched it at nighttime and I really did get an eerie feeling as I was watching. So this series, I think is worth your time. One of the better Netflix documentary series that I have watched. They usually are just 3 episodes, that great structure of setting it up, having the middle of it all, and then everything with the case and how it's all resolved. I think that Netflix handled this structure very well and is really tapping into it. So before I give you my score for American Nightmare on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm gonna go ahead and give American Nightmare a B+. Thank you guys for checking out my review for American Nightmare, the new Netflix documentary series. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.